In this series, we'll tell you what NSA really does, how it works with telecom and internet companies, and the threat it poses to a free press and democratic values. We will also show you how whistleblowers, hackers, and activists are fighting back and winning support worldwide. NSA could not have access to as high a volume of emails and communications without the full cooperation of telecom companies and internet providers. This relationship has blossomed into a surveillance industrial complex with a flow of personnel back and forth between the NSA and its contractors.
As the internet expanded, corporations, I think, saw the possibility of making huge profits and really jumped into it very, very aggressively. But the important thing to note is that the real heavy-duty corporate involvement in the internet is only about 6 or 7 years old. That's when they really swept in.
Events like 9/11 enabled the NSA to grow into a $60 billion enterprise, with 70% or $42 billion going to contractors, some led by former NSA executives. In October 2001, the NSA had only given 55 contracts to 144 contractors. By October 2003, that number had grown to 7,197 contracts for 4,388 companies. This NSA document, leaked by Ed Snowden, describes their collection program this way: collect it all, sniff it all, know it all, process it all, exploit it all. As a network administrator, he had access to all the databases and soon realized that he had the power to spy on anyone. In a video prepared for a televised debate, he explained.
Despite policy, I, as an NSA analyst sitting at my desk, had the technical authority to wiretap anyone, from a federal judge to the President of the United States, without getting out of my chair, as long as I had a private email address. And that's not a boast. In fact, some of these cases have already happened. In 2009, the New York Times reported that an NSA analyst used our state surveillance infrastructure to improperly access Bill Clinton's email. And other NSA workers have used state surveillance to spy on their lovers, ex-girlfriends, and other individuals who are obviously not suspected of any crime at all or any kind of wrongdoing. It's important to note that none of those individuals were ever charged with crimes.
Using a secret FISA court to do its bidding, the NSA pressed the government to order phone companies like Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, and Nextel to turn over a massive number of records. Later we learned about a program called PRISM. Here's the secret NSA document that shows what it does to collect internet data. Virtually everything we do and say online from all the big companies.
Well, they're collecting everything they can collect, and that is everything. They've been doing that without any adult supervision. So what you have, Danny, and this is important, the first time in my life, you have the executive, you have important people in the legislative branch, the heads of the intelligence committees, and you have 15 judges on the FISA court, all sort of enmeshed, all complicit in this gross violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Americans think it's okay if we spy on foreigners, but it's not okay if we spy on Americans, as if, you know, the rest of the world has no right to privacy at all.
I think we have to rein in an agency that has the ability to spy on any innocent citizen with impunity of any country in the world. I mean, when the world becomes the NSA's panopticon, even with a fig leaf of privacy around Americans, that to me does seem unacceptable, and it turns the whole world against us.
And God bless the United States.